Wrecked him, damn near killed him.
He's like, what about that starfish?
Yeah, that's why he used so much baby oil.
That's the last Diddy party I ever went to.
White party? No way. Everything was a little brown.
I wonder why I was on the table.
Just splattered.
Gross. Gross. All right.
Covered in oil.
You guys are nasty. This is a fun
This
show.
is a wholesome show.
Talking about body fluids. All right. Are we ready to get started?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Did you guys bring any stories?
I got that one.
No.
I said, yeah.
I missed the assignment.
piss bottle.
No,
I didn't
that's
know
all
I
right.
had homework this week.
You don't have homework.
I got the
It's
piss
all right.
bottle, or I can do the soup gate.
Soup gate. Which one's the soup gate?
I
Gelatinous.
guess. In East Knoxville, Tennessee, where they've been finding bags of rotten
Soup?
They don't know what it is.
They think it's soup?
Just random.
Random.
Bags of fluid.
Yeah.
All right. We'll hold that one off. All right. Here we go. In 3, 2, welcome to the After Two Beers news version of the podcast. I'm Dutch Dalton, joined as always by Kimmy Kepler
That's me.
and Michael the Puddin' Summers.
Hello, what's going on?
Man, just thought I'd record a podcast today.
Yeah.
You guys in?
Didn't have anything else to do, right?
No. I'm bored.
Try to stay warm.
It's so bullshit
So
out there.
cold out there right now.
Well, if you're joining us for the first time, maybe you're listening, maybe you're watching, we greatly appreciate you hanging out with us. The concept of After Two Beers is we sit around, we consume at least 2 alcohol beverages before we get...
Minimum.
Yeah, I didn't even do the plural. I got thrown up by Puddin's happy anniversary from Morrison.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
yesterday.
buddy. Yeah, congratulations. I hope you got laid.
Me too.
Oh, man. He's like, it wasn't my birthday.
I know. Well, it's just anniversary.
But what we do, we sit around, we have a couple drinks, and then we bring you some relevant topics that you probably don't get to hear about on your regular news. Basically, we're just trying to cast a little comedy into the world. You know, lots of stressful shit going on.
Give me some of that funny news that they won't tell you local.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're here for. And we throw a little alcohol in there because that never hurt the situation.
It gets even better.
I mean, if we're not funnier, we at least think we are.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah.
And everything's from Florida. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, you'd be amazed. There's crazy shit that goes on everywhere. It's not just unique to the state of Florida. Before we get going, I want to make sure we thank our Patreon sponsors. If you would love to support the show or even maybe like to do it, you can go to patreon.com/after2beers, and we'd be very supportive of that. We also do trivia live here in Richmond on about every Wednesday or so. Yeah. If you follow us on Facebook, we'll keep you up to date with an updated calendar, but you can come join us live at those events. You're also welcome to join us while we do these recordings.
Yeah.
I think we've heard that we may be doing an additional trivia coming up, maybe once a month.
Once a month.
Possibly, yeah.
At the VFW here in Richmond. So you know what? We're just out there.
Possibly win thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We give away
Prizes are
legit prizes.
fantastic.
They're lottery
Legit
tickets.
prizes. Yeah, right?
Right?
Why would you not come to possibly win thousands of
dollars. I
And
promise
it costs you nothing.
No,
Except
free.
for the drinks.
Free.
No, well, yeah, you can sneak
you don't
those
even have
in.
to do that.
Airplane bottles or something. Hey, I don't run the place. I'm just there. I'm just there as entertainment.
I'm the entertainment.
Thanks again to our buddy Kevin Shook here at East Studios.
Yes, thank you, Kevin.
Yes, Kevin.
Everything.
If you watch this show, as much as we do it for entertainment, it's also a phenomenal commercial for the opportunities that you have here to utilize this equipment. So reach out to Kevin Shook at Global Media Studios and Enterprises.
Enterprises.
Yeah, I think it's Enterprises. Are you an Enterprise,
I've
Kevin?
only been here 8 years.
Yeah, that's a undertaking.
An
Enterprise.
a whole enterprise. You're like
Enterprise.
yeah. That's the man. That's
There's
the
like
enterprise
two of
right
us and AI.
There you go.
AI
That's
is
all you
the
need.
shit.
It is.
Yes.
It's so fun.
good.
Oh. Anyway, all right. Thanks for joining us if you're watching us live. If you're listening to our audio version, you can listen to us on iTunes and Spotify. But we are live typically every other week on Thursdays. But you can also watch recorded versions of us on YouTube, on Facebook. So go back and do that as well. And the reason I bring it up mostly is because we are live. We encourage audience interaction. So if you're watching the show, feel free to comment.
The more the better.
Josh Morrison's always a heavy comment.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank
Great.
you very
Appreciate
much.
it. Josh, you need to come hang out with us while we
Yes.
record one of these things.
Have a beer. Shoot the shit.
There we go. Are you, first, before I get started, I wanted to talk about this. Are you guys a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holidays?
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I
Merry
thought about it. I'm like, I'm a Merry Christmas guy, but then I was like, fuck, I'm an atheist anyway. Why do I
Right, what's
care?
it
I'm like,
matter?
why am I trying to appease one group and not all the others?
I'm too old now. I just don't give a fuck. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Don't you mean Happy Holidays? No.
No, I don't know many
Get off,
happy holiday
stutter.
songs that I sing during the day, but I'll be singing some Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I just brought it up. I also do a radio show here in Richmond on 101.7 The Point on the weekends, and I catch myself saying Merry Christmas. They didn't tell me not to.
Oh, yeah?
No. I honestly, it's one of the easiest jobs I've ever had.
Okay. I was
They
like,
don't-
did they come to you like, hey, we need to have a talk?
No, I honestly sometimes I push the bar on my show, like what I say.
Just see where I can
And you're
get
like,
to.
is anybody even listening?
That's what I think. I don't think anybody is like our podcast.
We get listens. Come on now.
They hear me. What's that?
We get listens.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true. A few.
A few.
We're doing it right.
doing
But
all
no, I don't know what I'm supposed to say on there, but you know what? I'm in the Midwest. I say Merry Christmas.
Don't say too much. You'll be
No,
done.
man. I'm telling you, there are times where I'm like, yeah. I like to make jokes kind of like Disney does when they make their movies where you just kind of subtly put them in
Subtly
there.
put it in there.
As an adult, you'll get it, but
You're not
the
going to
kids,
Howard Stern it.
No,
Brutal
I'm-
right to your face.
no. I have to see these people.
Yeah.
It's a small town. We know everybody.
Right.
All right. Are we ready to finally get into some news stories?
I
What
like
do you
it.
got?
That's what brings people to the show. All right, here's our first story. This comes to us from the great state of Texas. The Aggies were taking on the Texas Longhorns, Texas A&M, by the way, the Aggies, in College Station this past weekend, with both teams playing for a spot in the SEC championship game this weekend. Now, tickets to the game were hard to come by, even with Kyle Field being one of the biggest stadiums in the country at over 102,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah. It's amazing to me that 100,000 people will show up to these college games.
Right.
And people are dying to get into these things.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Like I said, yeah.
Te-
they'll pay
Texas
big money.
football is huge. Even
Yeah.
high school.
High schools,
The high
yeah.
school
Stadiums
are
like
insane.
$40 million
Yeah.
stadiums.
Now, the average ticket price of the game was $1,100 on
Yep.
StubHub this week before the game,
Yep.
nearly triple the price of a normal Texas A&M game. Now, here's where the story becomes after two beers related. During the game, the Texas A&M Police Department tweeted out that they had arrested two men wearing reflective vests and hard hats who had entered the stadium using fake credentials.
That's just perfect.
It is, right?
How'd they get caught, though?
Well, they didn't actually go into how they got caught. Now, what was interesting about it, and this might have been
Because
part
on
of
their
the-
helmet was like the little beer holders.
Yeah, it said
The
Home
straws.
Depot from out the morning.
Yeah.
Right. A reporter in Texas did some digging into the situation, and as it turns out, these guys had some interesting names on their credentials
Oh, here you go.
that should have given up their scheme immediately. The first one, his name was Harry Azcrack, spelled A-Z-C-R-A-C.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
You deserve to be caught now.
right? And his accomplice was Duncan McCockiner.
Oh, wow.
Now you're done.
What I love about this story is not only the fact that these guys snuck themselves
Yeah.
into this game wearing just basically the same shit you can buy at a Home Depot or a
Right.
Menards or a Lowe's, but they used these names, Harry Azcrack and Duncan
Duncan
McCockiner.
Macaque. Nice. Wow.
Yeah. Hey,
They might have got away with it if they didn't use the dumb names.
I
Oh, to
think
be
they
young
went
again.
online and bragged about it while they
Oh,
were
I'm
at the
sure.
game, too.
Oh, that's
Probably-
how they got
yeah.
busted.
Well, it
Put
might
that shit
be,
out
but
there.
I mean, if you're going to use a good name like Harry Azcrack, you got to get a little life out of it, you know?
Or McLovin, you know.
Yeah,
whatever.
McCockiner.
You don't even have a last name.
Oh, this always reminds me of one of the greatest debates in bar history.
that?
It's when you get to drinking, and it's, what is your porn name?
Ooh, nice.
What was your porn name? Have you thought of this?
I have not.
You
my
haven't?
nickname's Puddin', so.
Yeah, that's yeah. I've always thought Jack Hammer would be an amazing porn name.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
I seen, what was it? There was a baseball player when the Richmond had the Roosters.
Yeah.
Rusty Swackhammer was his name.
Oh my
I kid you
gosh.
not. That was the best
Swag
name
hammer.
ever. Rusty Swackhammer. Yeah, that was awesome.
That's what they called the Tin Man before he got the oil.
I thought that was always going to be a good one.
Oh, you know, not one of those guys. You would have thought the Tin Man would have
Right.
went to the wizard asking for some junk.
He was full of junk already. He just wanted to-
Yeah, man. All right, here's our second story. This one comes to us from the great state of Connecticut. A 42-year-old guy named Andrew Kinghorn. There's a good porn name, Kinghorn.
Kinghorn.
He walked into an Italian place called Papa T's last Friday, and he sat at the counter and asked for a menu. Well, then he went to the bathroom. Now, normally for me, it happens after the meal.
Yeah, usually.
But he came out 15 minutes later fully nude. Not a stitch of fabric on him.
got it going on. Was he taking a bath in there?
In the sink,
In the
yes.
sink.
According to the police, it caused some alarm among the patrons.
You think?
I'm like, did he poop his pants and then just the cleanup?
I don't think this had it. There's Papa T's right there. That's the kind of place where you walk out stark naked.
Yeah, you definitely walk and start naked out of there.
You said Papa T's, and I'm thinking it's like in a really nice Italian restaurant.
No.
Like you're walking up into Gallows
Well,
or
it's funny,
something.
he said at the counter. I'm like,
At the count,
What?
right? Right. That's,
he's ordering a slice and a shit to
T's.
go.
the place bills itself as a family restaurant, and unfortunately, several kids were there when it happened.
We treat you like family.
Oh.
Get out of here.
This poor guy, after this event, now has to talk to his neighbors every time he moves. He was still naked when cops showed up, but he complied when they asked him to put his clothes back on. It's not clear if he was on drugs or what.
Oh, I'm going to say something.
I'm gonna go with
That
yes.
might have been what he was doing in the bathroom for 15 minutes.
Right.
Unless he wore some really intricate clothing.
He's closed.
This is the guy here.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Kinghorn,
Kinghorn.
what were you on, sir?
He's like, I'll have a meth and a slice of pepperoni.
Hold on while I do this math.
He's facing charges for breach of peace and risk of injury to a minor. What's the injury? It must be a mental injury.
Mental injury.
Yeah. You can't unsee that.
No.
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 You will never want to go there for the breadsticks ever again.
Oh gosh. Or the meatballs.
Or the
Or the calamari.
nicely done. Right. Or the handmade Alfredo.
What's your white sauce?
Oh,
no,
gross.
No.
No. All right, here's our third story, and this is kind of freaky to me. Since 2023, nearly a dozen infants in Europe have developed hypertrichosis. It's commonly known as werewolf syndrome.
What?
It's characterized by excessive hair growth on the face and body. Investigations revealed that these cases were linked to caregivers' use of the topical minoxidil, a popular over-the-counter hair loss treatment. So basically, these people are rubbing it all on them, and it's absorbing into the baby's skin.
Oh
and
my
then they're
gosh.
just sprouting hair
hair.
like everywhere.
They're trying to
Coming
get
out
rid
look
of
like
the
Teen
hair.
Wolf.
Right.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of the hair.
No,
No, it's
No, minoxidil is actually where you're
okay.
trying to grow
Yeah.
hair.
oh wow.
maybe they're just trying to do some. There you go. It's
Big hairy baby.
oh, that's a little girl. Look at her back.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Got that
Is that,
myself.
is that JP when he was born?
Oh my gosh. This looks like one of those monkeys that Shook goes and visits. That's probably bad that I said that. Anyway, compared to these kids, the little monkeys. Health authorities have mandated that minoxidil products include warnings to prevent exposure to young children, citing potential risk to infants' hearts and kidney health, plus their mental health as an adult with hair all over your body.
Right.
Now, here's the good news from what I was reading. I think that the excessive hair growth in the infants subsided, so it will
Okay.
go away. But
Well, that's
until
good.
then, you just got a hairy baby.
You just
I was
got
going to
hair,
say
baby.
most
That's all right.
babies lose their hair anyway.
Looks like one of them little Monchi-Cheese.
Oh my gosh. That's exactly what I was thinking of, but I wasn't going to say it.
Oh my God! Look like a little shirt tail. Remember the shirt tails? Riding around with man. You need to put that thing back in the oven. It ain't done cooking.
Monchi.
Oh, look at him, little guy. Oh my God! Look at that.
Maybe that's what he's talking about. Werewolf in London.
Oh, yeah. He's got lots of hairs.
Yeah.
He didn't lose it.
He's got a better beard than
Well,
I do.
it's wow. I bet his dad's still bald.
I see where all my hair went.
All right. Now he's going to do skin implants from that kid. All right. Here is our fourth story. We're just whipping right through these tonight.
we
It might be
are.
a short night. That's
Getting
what
it.
he said. This one comes to us from Middleton, Delaware. On Sunday, November 24th, around 3:30 in the afternoon. I always love when a good afternoon story about this.
No, I'm like, wow, what are you
about
guys
this
doing
one.
with your life?
A Newcastle County patrol officer, again, this is in Delaware, was stopped at a red light when a red, I screwed that up for a minute. When a red Dodge Ram, see how it was a lot of R's right
Red
there.
Dodge Ram.
There's another one, red Dodge Ram rear-ended.
Oh,
Yes, see, there's a lot of R's there. Red Dodge Ram. I want to see
that
here
the
you
two
go.
beers, folks.
Yeah, red Dodge Ram rear-ended the officer's Chevrolet Tahoe. The driver, identified as 53-year-old James Thorpe, then reversed his vehicle and fled northbound on Route 13.
Yeah, I bet you that worked out.
No.
No.
It gets better. The officer pursued Mr. Thorpe, who ignored stop signs and continued into a Wawa parking lot at a Boyd's Corner, rather. The hey, girl, I read these one time before we come on here. I think it adds a little bit to the fun here.
To the fun. Yeah,
Amanda
yeah.
Wise says it's common and usually goes away between 12 and 18 months. Bless his heart.
That's probably about you.
You know what?
Bless your heart,
No, here's the weird part is normally like when you go out, you're like, oh man, I got dog hair on me.
Right.
But now it's like, oh, you didn't even have it. Oh yeah, it's my baby. My baby's shedding. He's 18 months.
He's finally losing his facial hair.
That's so bad.
He has PTSD every time he hears a shaver.
Oh, all right. Back to this one.
Sorry.
To that one.
No, I did
The
it.
Red Dodge Rams.
Right. Red Dodge Ram rear-ended the coffers.
Yeah, you were going to buddy.
All right. The Mr. Thorpe was apprehended at the Wawa, and the officers observed a clear sign of impairment.
Oh, geez.
No.
Yeah, he'd been drinking.
What?
Well,
Well,
yeah.
it was
When did this
3:30.
take place?
He
At
probably
3:30?
picked one. He probably picked up an extra one at the
See, That's
Wawa.
why he does it in the afternoons. They're not expecting it.
They don't put up those
Right.
like roadblocks at not 3:30 in the afternoon.
Nope. I'm going to get drunk and get home.
Now, a background check revealed that Mr. Thorpe had 11 DUIs.
Probably has
Okay.
not had a actual license for a while.
Well, why? You don't need a license to drive a car. You just need a car.
I'm traveling.
Probably no insurance either. Whatever.
Who's going to insure a guy's had 11 DUIs?
Right?
I want to know how you have 11 DUIs and you're not spending a long time in jail.
Oh, it's handing them out.
Where was this again?
Delaware.
This was in Delaware. Yeah.
That might be why.
The officer, who was not injured during the incident, Thorpe was transported. I've been drinking to a Newcastle County Police headquarters where he was charged with, and this is a list of shit.
They shotgunned it.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's right. They're
Just
like
threw it at the wall.
they threw a charge for every DUI he's had. One felony count of driving a vehicle under the influence, a felony count of disregarding a police officer's signal, a felony count of noncompliance with conditions of recognizance, bond,
Cognizance?
Oh, wow.
cognizance. Thank you. These are big words when you've been drinking. You know, there's certain words you can't say when you've been drinking.
All of them.
Yeah, like
no.
judicial,
Oh, is that your word? You can't say no?
No.
or I've had enough.
Yeah. I don't want that shot.
Oh my God. Amber and Amanda are giving me shit right now. Hey, I want to make sure that people realize that this is real shit
This
we're
is
doing.
real.
These things aren't packed with
Real
water.
to me, damn it.
I'm going to just go home tonight and just drink and just fall asleep yelling Red Dodge Ram rear-ended, Red Dodge Ram rear-ended.
I read Dodge Ram rear-ended.
Oh, he was also charged with a bunch of misdemeanors too. This guy is fucked.
How about resisting arrest?
Well, apparently not if it's
Leaving
11.
the
He's
scene of
already
an
had 11.
accident.
Yeah, he's almost up to a dozen.
Right. Baker doesn't.
Phew.
Oh, this is funny. All right, I've got one more, and then I think we may call it. We're about a half an hour in, so
Yeah.
Short show.
short show. Well, we're in the holidays now, here, and that's the thing. Like, I found 2 stories of family members that killed other family members on Thanksgiving.
Oh, I've seen
yeah,
a
I
sign
did
that I
too.
really wanted to get, and it was like,
Yeah.
deck the halls and not your family.
Yeah, I left that one alone. All the family killings
Yeah.
on Thanksgiving. I also had a story. Actually, you know what? We'll dive into this one a little bit, then I'll wrap it up with my last one. A 32-year-old, this was in Virginia, I believe. His name is Hector Maldonado. He pulled into a parking lot at a local Walmart, and outside the establishment, there were 50 cops that had drove in 40 marked police cruisers. It was Shop with a Cop Day.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Maldonado still needed shit, but he didn't have any money.
Okay.
So he walked in and proceeded to take $1,400 worth of stuff and tried to leave while there were 50 police officers in the place.
Smart. You know where they're all at.
Oh, a Walmart employee said they saw Hector hiding items and trying to leave the store with them. So the cops spread out and surrounded him. He tried to escape through the back, but they chased him down and got him into custody. This had to be exciting as shit for these kids.
Right. Shop with a cop and get arrested.
Oh, they're like, this is the coolest day ever. We
Best
got
day
to go
ever.
and buy toys,
Yeah.
and then they I guess they
They
faked
should have
it.
been.
This
They should have
sure-
been shopping with some Kevin McAllisters or something.
Giving us a show and everything.
Oh yeah, it was a good time.
Start throwing
Yeah.
marbles down.
It turns
Hit 'em with
out
candy.
this is even better. This guy should have. A normal person would be like, well, shit, they're all here.
Right.
I'm going to the Target across the street.
Yeah, I'm going somewhere else.
Right? This guy not only decided that it was a good idea to show up with 50 cops inside, it turned out he also had active warrants after skipping
better.
escort dates for, you won't believe this,
What?
shoplifting.
What?
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
Not one
he's
bit.
now facing a fresh charge for felony grand larceny. All right. Are we ready to do one more before we go?
Let's do it.
You know, we
got?
talked about this guy that crashed into actually, he rear-ended a red Dodge Ram.
Right.
Okay.
No, actually, he used the Ram to rear
Rear
end
end.
To ram.
He
while it
rammed.
was being read.
He used his Ram to ram.
Oh,
I read
Yeah.
his red Dodge Ram.
yeah.
They really
Ram.
messed up when they wrote that news article and didn't use rammed.
They rammed him. Yeah.
Well, they know people
Anyway.
be drinking and trying to read it.
Well,
No
this is
kidding.
my way of showing that, hey, the pendulum swings both sides. On November 19th, 2024, so we're just a few weeks ago, Garrison Page, he's a deputy with the Houston County Sheriff's Office in Georgia, not Houston, Texas, and a former Deputy of the Year from the Bibb County Sheriff's Office. So maybe this was a promotion for him at this new place.
Right.
Okay.
He was arrested for DUI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now this is where it's not he's just driving home, had a few too many. Witnesses reported Page dressed in plain clothes attempting to direct non-existent traffic near a Skyview Elementary School in Lizella, Georgia.
Oh, so he's
So
just out
did he
there
get some
hammered.
of the evidence off of the?
Right?
Sir, we found 500 pounds of coke. Now you mean
300.
400?
Responding officers noted Page's slurred speech, and he wasn't hosting a podcast, and detected the smell of alcohol. A partially consumed can of Mike's Hard Lemonade was found in the patrol vehicle, along with an unopened can of Natural Light.
Oh, Natty got him.
He hadn't drank that one yet. That was for the ride home.
That was for a long day.
He had to
of
make sure
directing
those.
traffic.
Yeah, he had to make sure those kids got
Yeah.
across the crosswalk.
Look at
okay.
there he is with his
Promoted.
award for Deputy of the Year. Look at him there.
with his mountain hat.
Oh, yeah. This guy wasn't out trying to direct traffic. He was trying to find single moms.
Right.
This is a guy that's out trying to arrest cougars. Now, here's my favorite part of the entire story. Now, I mentioned that at Bibb County, he had been something of a special guy there with Deputy of the Year. The Houston County Sheriff's Office, well, he'd only been there for 8 days.
Oh, my
no.
gosh.
That's even better. How do you get fired?
On your day off.
I want to know who the bad cops were at Bibb County. If
Yeah,
this is
no
the
kidding.
good one.
That's the new guy. Get him out of here.
Oh my! It's a farva. It was sugar. And it was
It's
delicious.
I don't want a.
I don't want a
Large
goddamn
farva.
large farva.
I
I want a liter of cola. He wanted a liter of Mike's Hard Lemonade.
That's a great movie. All right. Well, Puddin', you had one that I found kind of interesting. If you want to share it.
Let me pull it up real
Yeah,
quick.
Which one?
Yeah. The one about.
The one about the pee bottles.
Yeah, this
it's
is-
the Piss Bandit.
I love it.
And this is, it's been going on for years. So out in
Los Angeles?
Pasadena, close,
Pasadena? Yeah.
a masked person in Pasadena. Masked? They have tape, but they still don't know who it is. He is a masked bandit in Pasadena, California, has been leaving heavy bottles of urine on the top of a utility box for years.
Years?
Yeah.
Years.
Lots
Look
of
at
them.
Oh, they're like gallons.
Yes.
2 liters.
Does he
And-
take them one at a time or does
Yes, just takes them, leaves them up there.
nobody? So wild to me.
They don't have a camera there, like
I
just
think
waiting
that's-
for it at this point.
Yeah, like you see the wall. I think he climbs over it, puts them up there. And the city has tried to deter this by putting like a little pyramid on top of it.
Yeah.
He broke it off.
Yeah.
Just to put the bottles back up there.
Now, I think this guy is a superhero
Like,
that
why
people
couldn't
don't
you just
realize.
take that-
So
piss and
speaking
test
of
it.
Home Alone,
Right.
it's the Wet Bandit.
I asked Puddin', he sent me the story, and I
Yes.
said, was the piss clean? I said, maybe this is a guy who's trying to help people out with drug
Trying to help
tests.
you, right?
We're just trying to help you get a job, man.
Does it at night. Shows up. Just
If
leaves
it were
up there.
$100 bills, people call him a hero,
Absolutely.
right? But
Bottles
because
full of
it's
piss.
bottles of piss.
I mean,
You know, and this is
Like-
where my ADD brain goes, and I'm a history nut. Do you know that's where the piss poor and
yeah.
Don't have a
Nope.
pot to piss in.
yeah, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Was back in the day they would
Depression.
use urine to
Yeah.
tan hides,
Yeah.
and if you had a pot, you would piss in it, and then you would take it and sell it.
Yep.
And that's why you were piss poor. But even if you didn't have a pot
This
to
guy's
piss
just
in,
throwing away money.
yeah, I don't even have a pot to piss in. I'm so poor. This guy,
He got all
back
kinds
in
of
the
bottles.
day,
He's
yeah,
rich.
I still,
He's very rich.
I still think he is a underrated superhero.
Oh, absolutely.
You know why? Just because there's a lot of people that could use clean urine before they go meet with a PO.
I don't know. If
I'm
it's clean or
gonna
not.
guess it's probably not clean.
You don't think so?
I've got another one real quick. I had to bring this up.
All
It's
right, let's do
hilarious.
it.
It's kind of like
We
your,
got plenty of time.
your guy running.
Here's the cool
red
part
Ram.
about these things, right? You
What's
can
that?
basically say anything you want.
Yeah.
You can cuss all you want. There's no time limits.
Ooh.
Yeah, the
No
FCC
shit.
doesn't control us yet. And actually, with President Trump going in, he's got a ton of buddies now that are podcast people.
Yeah.
We may be able to get grants.
We'd do it. Oh, even better.
Oh, man, we're going to be rich.
A Florida man attempting to purchase crack on Craigslist was busted by an undercover cop.
No way.
Yeah, he posted on Craigslist, "Hey, I'm new to the area. Anybody got any ice or crack?" Undercover cop sees this, responds, "Hey, I got you, buddy." They meet up. He hands him $80, and as soon as he does that, cops come out from everywhere,
Clink, clink.
arrest him, and then arrest his buddy that was with him.
Oh, man, this
my
is
gosh.
entrapment. If you can't trust,
Right.
if you can't trust people on Craigslist, where can you trust people?
Right, I've heard nothing but good things about Craigslist.
Oh man, jeez, I wouldn't buy a vowel off that place.
No. But hey, that's
Yeah, I'm always picturing getting robbed in a parking lot where you're trying to
Oh,
exchange
yeah.
money for a
Yeah.
PlayStation 5 or something.
yeah. Come get it, buddy. $200, it's yours.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to do it for us this week. This is just that's the beauty of this show. We do it every 2 weeks. This all mostly happened in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
People are stupid,
that's just the other
and we're going to
day.
keep reporting about them.
It's just
I was
going
going
to
to
keep
say,
coming.
the rest of this month, there's just going to be so much.
Oh my God! We're going to have.
Holidays brings out the crazy.
There's always a few guys that get DUIs in Santa suits,
Oh yeah.
or walked into a store or stole somebody's bell ringing can or whatever. Oh, we can always count on Americans.
Yes.
That's what we're here for. All right. Thanks again for tuning in to the After Two Beers podcast. We hope you enjoy the show. Again, you can watch us live if you're listening to the audio version. And if you're listening to the audio version, you can watch us live. Right. We are on iTunes, Spotify, Buzzsprout. You can also see us on Facebook. You can also see us on YouTube. So make sure you check us out there. If you like the show and you'd like to support us, we'd greatly appreciate it. All you have to do is go to patreon.com/after2beers. We'd greatly appreciate that.
Yeah.
Also, make sure you turn out for our trivia. We do it on Wednesday evenings. We'll be out there next Wednesday and the following Wednesday at 7:30. And doing trivia at the Richmond Elks here in Richmond, Indiana.
Yes, get out there.
Love for you to join. It's free, and we give away lottery tickets.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah, so if you're watching right now and if you just like lottery tickets, you've got the
tons of
sugars.
candy.
We'll help you out.
Yeah,
You ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
And there's a bar.
What?
Yeah.
I've never been there.
You come out, buy us a drink.
No,
a
it's
shot.
my
It'd
favorite
be
part of
great.
going.
Right?
Yeah, so we'd love for you to tune out and turn out and tune in,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Great gyros the other night.
Yeah,
You call it
gyros.
gyros?
It's a gyro.
Gyros.
I call it whatever I want.
They were delicious. I think they're going to be out there next Wednesday, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So,
Yeah.
check that out. Thanks again to our buddy Kevin Shook here at
Global Media Enterprises.
I was so worried about the enterprises part.
You're worried about that Ram truck, aren't you?
You can just drop the enterprise altogether.
Just Global Media.
Yeah. It's
Something
kind of
like that.
cool here in downtown Richmond. It's located right on 26 logo that glows in the window.
Yes.
People will remember that shit. And he's not even paying attention. That's how important Kevin Shook is. Like, I'm throwing this guy nothing but street cred, and he's out here like, hey, man, these guys are running long. What the fuck?
What?
Exactly. I was talking about how cool it is that your logo glows to the world. You are like a beacon of freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to say.
Beacon,
That's right.
Beacon
It's-
of
I
freedom
love
of
it.
speech.
Beacon of freedom speech.
I was just thinking the other day about all the different people that's came through here. Yeah.
We remember
We
a
had
couple
to
years
sanitize
ago.
the microphones.
Yeah, we've been here for some of those.
Yeah, we have.
We've been doing this now for almost 6 full years. And sometimes, like, I was sitting there watching television. Yeah, that's our, that'd be the start of our 7th year. But the other night I'm watching television, and there was a comedian that came on that was on Burt Kreischer's show.
Yeah.
And his name's Tone Bell.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, holy shit, Tone Bell was on our show.
You've had him
Yeah. Well, I mean, on the show.
on the show.
Yeah. I don't know Tone that well.
You know,
Right. But then I just saw where Nikki Glazer is going to be hosting the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, man, our show, Like
Got some great people on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that 20 people would listen to a show like that is awesome.
You think Nikki still goes, oh, remember that one time I talked to those guys on the podcast?
Yeah.
She's been on so many podcasts. By now.
I've got her number. Do you want to call her real quick? I'm serious.
You remember that one time?
No, I ain't calling her. That's how you get blackballed right
Bro,
away.
I came over here real quick. I was on Bluetooth.
He got excited.
Hey,
Hold up,
Theo Vaughn was in Richmond the other day.
Oh, was he really?
Yep.
Doing what?
He
Here?
had dinner.
Really?
Just
Where at?
passing through.
No
Firehouse
shit.
Barbecue.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, that's kinda
he didn't want to
cool.
talk to me. But
Wow.
I wasn't there. All the waitresses told me, but he slid right in his pajamas and went to the back bar room.
Yeah.
Ordered dinner.
Nice.
Dustin got to talk to him a little bit.
Well,
Yeah?
That's cool.
I couldn't even fathom him walking right by.
Right? Just
When you're just sitting there at the Firehouse
Yeah.
Barbecue eating some mushrooms, you're like, what? What?
Right.
the fuck is that Theo Vaughn?
Right.
Nah, that couldn't be. It's Richmond.
That's Richmond. He's in
My
his
speech
pajamas.
impairment just
Well-
went to 1,000.
Welcome to the show, brother.
Right. And I'm sober.
Right? Well, there you go.
That's fucked.
I like to drink the alcohol because it gives me a good excuse.
Right?
That's how I look at it. All right. This has been the last 10 minutes we've been trying to get off this show. And I think we're going to finally do it. All right. Like I said, thanks again to everybody. Thanks again to you guys. We will be back. What's today's date? Today's the 5th. So we've got one more before Christmas.
Yeah.
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 Christmas, even though.
Christmas.
Yeah. I think that's about it. Other than now, we do enjoy having a good time here. We hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. We're really just trying to throw a little light and levity into the world as, people get stressed out, especially this time of the year.
Just
Holidays can be really troubling. I was going to say tough, but troubling on individuals. Maybe they've recently lost someone, or maybe they've lost someone long ago, and or countless other reasons. It's just a very stressful time of the year. And we ask one request on this show more than we ask about Patreon and everything else, and it's simply this. If there is a person in your life that you feel like maybe they're just struggling right now, maybe they just don't seem like themselves, maybe they just feel a little off, do me a favor. Just reach out to them, especially now. Just ask them how they're doing or how they've been, or drop them a note on Facebook, or swing by the house. I don't know. People don't like random swing bys the house. But,
tell them to listen to an awesome podcast.
Right. Come here and hang out with us.
Yeah.
We would love to have you guys
give
come
you
and
a
hang
beer.
out. Yeah, the beer's free.
Yeah, don't cost nothing.
Yeah, we pay with it from Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically your guys' beer.
Come on.
Come and have it.
Have a beer.
But do me a favor, reach out to these people and just tell them you care about them.
Yep.
It's a tough time of the year for a lot of people, and it's just be good to people. Be kind. That's all I can say. All right, I guess without further ado, Puddin', Gibbler, we will talk to them all next time.
After 2 beers.